and good evening, everyone. So here we are again, another YouTube Retro Repairs live streaming. And we have Steve tonight with us and Neil, and we have Duncan from Retro Crazy waiting in the background. So how are you guys?
Good, thanks.
I'm all good. We're missing
Nice.
Captain Commodore this week.
Yeah. Captain Commodore is...
Apparently he's away playing with chickens.
yeah, I heard.
In Amsterdam.
That's nice. So, what's happening with everyone? Steve, how are you doing?
To be fair, I've got lots and lots on. I've just been editing and chopping up a video for a Commodore 64 restore, the Commodore 64C. Both were battered and really minging inside it, but you'll see that when that video comes out. I've just uploaded another video on the Xbox 360. Nice. And how to be able to do an RGH hack on it now with only a USB stick and just 2 wires.
Oh wow!
You don't need NAND readers and all these Pico flashes and all that lot anymore. If you run into trouble, then you are going to need that kind of equipment to be able to get your console back. Otherwise, it's bricked. You know, I just wanted to do it for fun, shits and giggles, if you like. Just see whether I can for a change. And to be honest, it works swimmingly. It's really, really easy. I'll do it again. Not a problem at all without worrying about it. But like I said, if it does go pear-shaped, you've just written your BIOS and you've done it wrong and you've lost all your data. And if you don't dump it properly first time and you'll write over it, then it's gone. Ta-da, see you later.
Oh, wow.
Unless you've got all the data and then you can rebuild a retail NAND again. But if you haven't got the data off it because you didn't dump it correctly, then you're screwed. It'll end up as a brick. But yeah, I've got a CD32 that I need to recap. I've got the Amiga 2000. That finally we've got an SD card image for that now for the PyStorm that's in there. So I should be able to get that. You know, I've wrote the card, I've put the card in. I just haven't had a chance to plug it in and fire it up and make sure it's all okay. But that should be pretty much done. Then I think you can go wavy bye-bye back to the owner. I'm sure he'll be happy to get that back and start playing on it after about 30 years, he told me. It was in storage in Germany.
How long you've had it?
Wow.
I haven't had it 30 years. I've had it a year, but I haven't had it 30 years. It's about a year since I've had it.
Yeah, I know what it's like, though. It's difficult, isn't it, sometimes?
Yeah, I mean, you get sidetracked. You just put it to
exactly,
and you get busy doing other things, and it sort of goes out of mind, and then you think...
I explain that to anybody that drops something off to me, saying, look, it's not going to get done straight away.
Yeah, so there's lots coming up. There's lots to do. There's another lad that's sending me a Amstrad, I think it was, with problems with his TV screen. I think he's got a problem on a Spectrum as well. And I have got that Frodo is sending me from out of the group. He's sending me an Apple IIe over from the US. So I'll be able to play with that. He's done some good cards inside it as well. Him and this other team's developed this a VGA card for it. So you can get a nice VGA straight output, clean output from it.
Oh, wow,
I think he's put something else in there with like a Wi-Fi thing. I really don't know. I'm completely a virgin when it comes to apples. The only apples I know is green ones and red ones. So yeah, I'm going to really enjoy digging into that and having a look at a new system, especially when it's had these modifications done to it and that. So that'll be in another video coming up.
Awesome.
That same lad, Frodo, he were asking me earlier on if anybody had an Apple Atom, and if they were happy to move on with it. Acorn Atom, sorry.
Acorn Atom.
I don't know these things.
You got Apple on the mind.
Is it the red apple or the blue apple?
Yeah, I've got two in my back shed. I'll have a look at them one day.
So cool for that, mate. So Frodo, if you're listening in the comments at all, he's there. Hopefully we might be able to find you an Atom, buddy, if you're there.
Nice.
I'll have a look later. Oh, when I get round to them.
I know what you mean.
So, Neil, how about you? What you been up to?
What have I been up to? I've been repairing an Amiga 500 Plus, or trying. Got the dreaded black screen of death, but obviously the clock signal's there, the reset's there. Everything seems to be working. The chipset was all good, so it'll be a matter of probably the battery. The battery leaks, and it just slowly over the years corrodes things, doesn't it, and destroys things. So that's probably what it is. And of course, I did build that MIDI thing, but I forgot to order the wrong Vital board for the front, which we all did. I was so excited when it arrived and realised I couldn't finish the build. So I built most of that up. I've got an Apple coming from Scotland, which is an Apple Classic 2, I think, which is a newer version of them behind with the CRTs. I think that's what it is. And I've also got one that Steve as well, what he's just been talking about. I've got one of them to look at. That wants to come to me, but I haven't got time at the moment. I told him to hold fire. But he's also got a BBC B as well for me.
You got the Apple II, yeah?
Sorry?
Yeah,
the Apple II, but it's got a keyboard problem, this one has. It doesn't, apparently he types, it doesn't recognise any typing. So that's one for me to look at. But like I say, I've got that Classic 2 that's coming on its way from Scotland. That board came in last week. I've started looking at that. The 1200 obviously I did. That's still waiting to go back to Telford when I go Telford. And that's about it. And apart from working through all that stuff, I did try to get a hold of a double floppy drive for that Spectrum. But the guy that, to be honest, I can't remember what his company's called, but I bought one off him. He said he had 2 in stock. And I waited like 7 weeks, no answer off him. 8 weeks, no answer off him. I sent him 3 or 4 emails, no updates. And then I eventually just went through PayPal and said, look, nothing's happening. And then he responded to PayPal and said, he's got no bezels. So I said, why have you listed them in stock? So he said, do you want to wait? And I said, no, I don't. I'll just have my money back because I can put money into something else at the moment. I said, if you get them, drop me an email and I'll look into it. It's a shame, really, when people list things like that. I mean, I'm sure he's a good guy and everything, but it just I didn't get a very good experience from him. I won't name and shame him because I can't remember what he's called.
Is that your only reason,
There's not many people do Spectrum double disc drives anyway.
I suppose these things happen, don't they? They'll go to where the stock is and stuff and pull draw out and go.
They do.
You know.
Yeah, but the annoying thing was he said he had 2 in stock, and I said, "Why did you say you got 2 in stock?" And
because computer says yes.
You haven't got 2 ready to go, and that just quite annoyed me, to be honest. What else have I done? I'm now working fully on a Mac. Look.
Yeah.
Best thing I've done. Honestly, this Mac Mini is brilliant. It's only like this big as well. It's minute. It takes up no room. It takes no power. Some electricity bills come down. And it's absolutely brilliant in every cost. It runs OBS good. It runs DaVinci well. That's all I need.
Yeah. Nice.
I mean, I had that big gaming rig, which was absolutely massive. I had a 950 watt power supply. And I think this peaks at 65 watt. Yeah. So there you go.
Does it still edit your videos as fast though?
It does. To be honest, it actually when I'm actually using the editing program, it feels a lot more fluid and a lot quicker. DaVinci does than what it was on the PC. Right. It's not as quick rendering, obviously, because you use that NVIDIA codec, but it still only takes like 12 minutes or something, 10 minutes. So it's not the end of the world, is it?
That's really nice.
For me tonight, yeah.
Hey?
It was for me tonight.
Yeah, but it doesn't bother me. Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day,
no, really but it's like I did videos and editing while about 6:45. You know, and then it has to encode it all and everything like that, and then upload it to YouTube and build all YouTube up and do everything in YouTube.
Yeah, it takes its time, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I'm glad that I had that speed. I mean, it's a 25-minute video and it did it in about 3.5 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
You know, which were really handy. If that had taken half an hour, I'd have still been here now clicking on things.
Mine took about 10 minutes, the last video did. So that was okay. I was happy with that.
Oh, 10 minutes is all right, isn't it?
Yeah, so it doesn't take you longer than 10.
In average, it takes me around 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
For how long?
for 20 to 40 minutes video.
And what are you running? Processor and stuff?
I think it's i7 some. I don't know.
Mine's on i7 Kirby.
I don't really care.
What's your
because,
graphics cards in it?
it's really old.
S3 Trio.
No, it's NVIDIA, some very old, 10 something. I don't
Oh,
know.
there you go. It's working.
It's working.
It does its job.
Yeah. So
mine took that same amount of time when I were doing them before until we discovered that you can
NVIDIA
change
codec.
NVIDIA drivers from gaming drivers to studio drivers, and then change it in DaVinci, and wow, it's absolutely amazing, to be honest.
Yeah, it makes use of all the CUDA cores, doesn't it?
Yeah.
okay, nice. So, like I mentioned before, we have Retro Crazy as a guest tonight, and he's with us in the background. So I will just call him in. So, hi, Duncan.
Good evening, folks. Not too bad, thank you. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah,
nice to have you with us tonight.
yeah, I'm just getting a bit envious about your encoding times.
Wow.
Well, I'm doing a 4K about half an hour, and that's
Yep.
taking an hour.
Oh, right.
Oh,
I've just done a 4K, and it's taken 3.5 minutes to do a 26-minute video.
Yeah.
oh wow.
And the only difference is I'm on i7 Kirby Lake, and I've got the 1080 Ti Founders in there, which has got 12 gig of video memory, I think.
Yeah,
Something like
well, I'm
that.
running an i9 with an AMD 6800 XT.
But
That's
if you go
why
into
it's
your
the
NVIDIA
AMD.
drivers and change them to studio drivers,
They are.
and you change it in
I think-
DaVinci as well.
Yeah. I think, no, generally, NVIDIA is a lot faster at encoding than the AMD cards.
Always has
I think
been.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, always has been.
I was gobsmacked with it when Neil told me to change mine, and I've changed mine. I was like, wow, holy moly.
Yeah.
You know?
And even saying that, it was still taking, okay, not for 4K, it was 1080, but it was still taking 40 minutes to encode half an hour on a 1080 Ti Ultra.
Do you know, before you're encoding it all, once you've finished it all, do you leave it all in your bits that's broken down in the bottom of your timeline, or do you change it in one line? Right. Well, if you select all and right click and build new composite
Compound clip.
compound clip, right?
Yeah.
It brings it all down and puts it all into one
It's a lot quicker.
and brings it into memory as well. So it can
I'm
actually
also not using
encode it
DaVinci.
faster doing that way rather than having to go like this for all bits and pieces, if you know what I mean.
I need to look at that because it's not DaVinci I'm using. I use Vegas Pro.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you might
DaVinci's
still be able to
really-
do it though. It's
Yeah,
all the same
DaVinci's
thing,
really
really.
good.
Yes,
Thank you for that.
I agree. It's still the same problem. It depends how many chunks and pieces do I have in my video and edits.
Yeah.
And yeah, that prolongs the time, definitely, for sure.
Change it into a compound clip.
Excellent.
Seriously, select all, right click, and then create new compound clip.
I learned everything as I went.
That's
me
what
too.
we're all doing.
Everybody did.
We still live every day.
Yeah. If you're not learning something every day, then you're not
I
doing
have
it
to
right.
look up a YouTube video every day. How do I do this? Exactly.
Yeah. Cool.
So, Duncan, what you been up to lately?
What have I been up to?
Yeah.
Going through a little crisis of faith. Self-guessing my own abilities, which has caused a massive delay to my video releases. I was going for one every 2 weeks. That has slipped over the last 6 months or so. A number of things in the background, family related, that have caused loss of focus. And so I'm currently at the moment jumping back on the horse. I have released some videos, but I'm now trying to get back into it again properly. Yeah.
Oh, we don't see that.
I see Alice.
Yeah, Alice.
Yeah, it obviously the background is doing it. So a little Matra Alice has just been done on the bench, and she lives.
That's good.
That's nice. That's nice.
Which is part of a tease I'm doing on my own channel, because I've got a very, very big announcement which is blew me away when let's just say a deal was struck, and I have now one of only what was originally 12 is now 13 with the one I own systems in existence. Saying no more at the moment. We'll keep that one as a special.
Right.
It's currently still out in France, so that's another clue, but should be here shortly. And I'm hoping if I can get it here in time, it will be down at Retrofest in Swindon.
Oh,
so
cool.
I know some of you guys are going.
Yeah,
okay, Joseph. I'm not
expecting.
Is
that the one we're going? Because I get confused because there's two named very similar. Is that the one at the train museum?
Yes,
that's the one I'm going.
Yep. So we'll actually get to do the hello.
Exactly. Yeah, it'll be good. Yeah.
So I'm hoping I'll have it there, but we'll wait and see.
That's awesome. Very nice.
Yeah. But other than that, just getting on with life and enjoying some time.
Yeah.
Nice. I was watching your Famicom videos. I was quite surprised the number of add-ons for that little system. That's amazing.
There's more.
There's more.
There are more.
Famicom's crazy.
I mean, what we got here in the UK was it's like that was the teaser, but they never brought anything else.
Exactly.
Or if they did, it was very limited. I mean, we did get the robot that was there, but just the amount of add-ons for the Famicom itself was just phenomenal. Adapter that goes in has the front port, and that port takes proper joysticks. So you've got those. You've got a modem. The list just goes on.
Wow.
Of what you could actually do with the Famicom out of Japan. It's just scary.
I never actually heard of any add-ons for that system. I only saw the system. It's like a console. That's it.
Yeah, there's like loads of Famicom-based systems as well you've never seen. Like they add in hotel rooms and stuff, especially for them. There's just crazy Famicom was over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was absolutely mad what they did.
Yeah,
I mean they even had a booth for the disc system. You could take the disc in, and you could actually put it in, pay, and it would erase your disc and put the updated game that you'd bought on the disc, and then you go home.
Wow.
Yeah, just crazy, just absolutely crazy. But seeing the protection system and the disc system, a file gets rid of it.
Those were the first steps, right? Those protections.
Yeah. That was very early copy protection. the most basic that you could imagine.
But I kind of like it. It's like graved in. It's looking really nice. It's very easy to overcome, but then never mind.
Well, the thing is, people had to learn to overcome.
That's it.
Yeah.
For most people, they wouldn't have. They would be happy.
A bit like the Commodore 64s and VIC 20s back in the day. There were no warranty seals on them.
Yeah, and it would take somebody like Steve. It would take somebody like Steve in the schoolyard to go, by the way, if you open this up and do this. But it's quite a system. It's quite a system.
The only thing I had to do with that in the schoolyard war is when we all had copies of Leaderboard, and the original Leaderboard that came out with a little adapter you used to plug onto the tape port, or I can't remember if it tape port or into serial port, one or the other. It went in tape port if it were on disc, and without it, and it were only a resistor that you went across two legs. That's all it was. So that way you get around on your copy protection. We just got a resistor and stuffed it back.
Yeah, I prefer that to lens lock.
Yes. Yes.
I remember trying to use lens lock. Yeah.
This is the only form of lens lock I will deal with these days.
Yeah.
But they had to try something, didn't they?
Yeah.
They had to try and do something. I mean, it was rife back in the day. I mean, we all had cassette players. We all had hi-fi systems with twinker tape decks in it we could record with. We all recorded off the radio for us chart music and everything, didn't we? You know, it was just.
My first was a ZX81. I remember going to WH Smith's, buying a game, going home, loading it, hitting break, and it stopped. So I stopped and saved it, and then took the tape back. It didn't work. Got something else. You know, the first foray into what is now known as piracy, and at the time I was just like, "Oh, I can do this, great!" And you didn't think anything of it.
No.
Yeah, we used to have like shop to buy like copied music, you know, just overtaped on blank tape. It was perfectly normal. Just proper shop.
It wasn't a thing because I don't think the one sort of copyright thing back then as such, was it, in the beginning of all this lot? You know, it were only sort of late.
Yeah, and simply because they were selling like a physical unit. So as long as the whoever sells that out sells enough copies, that's fine. So
I mean, look at Rubik's Cube. Rubik's Cube is a prime example. He never put copyright on that.
Yeah.
Maybe he should have done. You know, but I don't know. It was just, I think, one of those things. And then when it started getting to Amiga, well, it was just stupid then, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they were trying everything and anything. I mean, I remember, you know, everybody had X-Copy, and then the first of the titles came out where the sectors were more than you could squeeze onto a disc. It's like, well, what copy protection is this? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They did the same with the Xbox 360 midlife. They actually changed it. The discs that you could buy were 8.5 gig big were the discs, and the ISO images for the XGD3 were 8.7 gig. Like 200 megs of the data extra on top of that to be able to create a copied disc, because the hypervisor inside it would actually see the size of the disc otherwise, and it'd flag it for ban. Very, very, very clever. Very clever stuff. But all they did is, how do you get around that?
Yeah.
Well, we hack the firmware that goes into a DVD burner, and we use image burn, which uses a max burn payload, and it just writes them perfectly fine. Thank you very much. You know, there will always, if a human can make it, a human will break it.
Yeah, that's for sure. And as if you try to keep like the protection as much as complex as you can, there is a high probability that you will create a hole somewhere. You know, you cannot cover 100%. Someone will find that hole and exploit that for sure.
Well, look at the Xbox now. I mean, we're what?
Exactly.
All these 20 years down the line, and now they've just come out with that bad update exploit.
Yeah.
You know, they won't stop to this. They're still at it. But it's nice to see that the community is still out there doing bits for that console, because it is coming to a retro machine now. But if you like, it's 20-year-old. You know, it's on the cusp. It's on that balance of it ain't. No, it is.
Yeah, thank you for putting it in real terms and making me feel that old.
That's a new console, Steve. What are you talking about?
Is that old?
Well, look at your Commodore now. 43-year-old.
Yeah.
That came out.
But correct me if I'm wrong, but except for now these PlayStations, which are consoles that goes needs to connect to some server and stuff like that. Everything else was hacked. Every other console, right?
Yes. If you look back at the original Xbox One, at the E3 show, what they wanted to do back then were locking down your games to your profile. You couldn't sell them anymore because it were locked to your profile. The only way you could sell it is if you had a friend on Xbox Live, but there had to be a friend for more than 3 months.
Okay.
To stop in. And Sony took the mick out of them, and this is how we share our games. And the backpedaled, and they said you will regret it. But I could see exactly what they were doing back then. They wanted to get shut of discs completely. So you had to purchase it online. So you cannot get a copy.
Yeah.
They want to try to nail that copy down. But when you're purchasing these things online, you don't own them.
No,
exactly. Yeah,
you don't need to pay for the right to play them while they're allowed to, while they can give you it, and that's it. It's just ridiculous, you know.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, and personally, it's really difficult to keep up with. I was just the other day. I was setting up for some friend the PlayStation, some game. I don't really remember, but basically some of the procedures of the updates changed, and now it's a little bit different. And now you need to do extra this and extra that, and register there and whatnot. Right? And it takes you up to the 1 hour to start playing the game.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean that's super crazy. I don't know.
And if you haven't played it for a month and you plug it in, it goes update.
Yeah.
It's like turning your Commodore 64 in and loading Manic Miner and waiting 3/4 of an hour for it to load.
But my bugbear with the updates is that's been going on for a very, very long time. I mean, I can remember I built my first PC purely and simply to play Doom, right? Who didn't? That's why I moved away from the Amiga. And I got a copy of Sin, which is actually still in the attic, I think, for my Christmas one year. And it was so unplayable that nobody could really play it until they released the first patch, because the load time between levels was in excess of 5 minutes because of a bug. So, I mean, that's just normal. And it was patched and it was patched and it was patched. All we're seeing is they're taking that same whole concept, rushing stuff out, and then it's patch, fix the bugs, fix the bugs, chase.
Well, it's just same as what Microsoft have done with Windows for years. They just build a base platform, they fire it out there and wait for everybody's systems to crash and send them all information back so they can fix it. We're all beta testers for Windows systems throughout its life. And the same with other stuff, same with games. We're beta testing it for them because at the end of the day, when it's crashing for them, they know where to fix it. Instead of doing a solid product to start with.
Yeah, but then the release times would be much longer, because then they need to do proper testing and QC before they ship the product out, right? Now they can do it much quicker, and then just doing the updates, fixes, upgrades, whatnot, new levels, new characters, new stuff. I mean, in one way, that's better, like for a gamer, right? So you have like always some new stuff in the game, but I don't really like that approach, to be honest. So
you can, and I get what you're saying there, but if you look at Destiny, that game, now when a new map pack patch comes out for that, it overwrites the original story. That's gone white, and you start all over again. So you've lost the original game. Yeah, and then when your next map pack comes out, that was over the top of the old map pack, and that one's wiped out and gone, and you can't ever play anything from that old map pack anymore. So it's like, well, thanks for your money. You can play this for a month, and then we'll take same money off you again, so you can play the next one for a month. And it's like, really?
Yeah.
That's
really good.
No.
7 years I give to Destiny. No more.
I agree.
You know, there's no incentive there for anybody. I mean, it's like I said, for 7 years I've played that, so I've got my rank all the way up to where it is. Right, Joseph, if you jumped into Destiny, within a week you could be at the same level as me.
If I try to buy stuff, right?
No, if you just play the game, yeah, you'd be at the same level as me within a week or so if you played it long enough.
Wow.
But that's what I mean, you see. So there's no dedication to your long-standing players, you know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's kind of broken.
Yeah. I might have a special one that you can't get anymore, but you know what I mean. But
that's it. All these games now are about pretty enhancements and money. Yeah,
microtransactions, isn't it?
Yep. So it's like, oh look, yeah, you can't play the original game, but look at this shiny piece of clothing or armor or something that's there just for looks. It doesn't do anything different from anything else, but it shows you've bought it. Yeah, great.
Yeah, and every game there is always option to buy stuff, so you don't need to put any effort to try to to take to get that as a reward for your playing. You just buy it. That's it.
Just a visualization, really. I mean, I bought in Black Ops. I bought the vampire pack for it, and the only reason why I did that is because as soon as you shoot them with one of their guns, they just turn into dust, like flame dust around them, like a vampire would when you kill them. And I thought that looked pretty cool because I like playing it zombies, But it still dragged me in to buy a visual effect.
Yeah.
It wasn't funny.
The worst ones are mobile games. Mobile games are purely pay to win in mobile.
They don't exist anymore.
You think of kids, though, it's like, I want this, I want to look like Deadpool, I want to look like this person, I want this pack, can I have this, can I have that, can I have other? It's like...
and what's your guys' opinion about difficulty of the new games?
Very
Especially
hard.
Very hard. do you think that the old games were much harder to play?
I don't know. No, games are very hard, especially the ones I play. I'm playing that Kingdom Come Deliverance now. That's very, very hard. And before that, I was playing God of War. I'm stuck on the last boss of that, and I've been on it for weeks. I can't do that last battle. It's so hard. Yeah. But they're the type of games I play, like the RPG ones.
Yeah, they're a bit more interesting, a bit more in depth with them, aren't they?
Stories, aren't they? I mean, this Kingdom Come Deliverance, I'm playing the first one because my daughter bought me the second one on disc, and I've got it on original, so I can hold it. I've still got it sealed. But the story in it is so good.
The annoying side of it for me is for gameplay is you pick up. Let's just use Black Ops because we're on about it, right? You pick it up, brand new game. You've paid all that money for it, and you play campaign. In 3.5 hours, you're done.
But
it looks really nice and really pretty, absolutely fantastic. But I'm done. And me, when I play a game through, that's it. I'm done. I've finished it. I've gone through the game. Don't need to do it again. It's done.
Yeah, that's why I buy them on disc so I can pass them on again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But if you look back at your vintage games, let me just Monty on the Run, sir. Because I know Neil loves that game.
It's dead easy.
It's huge. Jet Set Willy. It's huge.
But can I also point out something here?
Hey?
Yeah.
I also want to point out, this is something I think about a lot, because when we were memory limited, when we were system constrained, it forced the programmer down the route of having to save every bit.
Yep.
Maximize the compression, make sure that they were as streamlined a process as possible, no redundancies, no dirty code. Now we've got graphics cards that can churn out however many teraflops, and it's just stupid. The programmers are now, I hate to say it, I think, lazy, because now they don't have to worry about that because it's all high level and let the system work out the rest. It's like, and this is why 3.5 hours for gameplay, they're spending so much time doing the prettiness. As opposed to spending the time developing the skills to program an assembler so that you get a game that will last a long time and will play for a long time with you wanting to go back and play it.
I mean, you probably won't play it. I mean, I don't play it too much. I do drop on it now and again, but the likes of Grand Theft Auto, that game, the last Grand Theft Auto that came out was 13 years ago. And the people are still playing it online now because they keep adding things to it and doing things with it. So they're keeping that.
A lot of modders on that.
There's what, mate?
Lots of mods for it and stuff. That's what it is with a PC.
Yeah, there is on PC side of stuff, but the storyline that's in it's huge, and stuff that you can do in there is huge. We can jump in there and go and play tennis if you want. We can go in there and you go and play pool if you want, or arcade games if you feel like it. There's that much involved in the game. You can just go for a walk around in park in the game if you like.
Yeah.
But 13 years, that's awesome, is that?
Yeah. But just to go back to that, the way how the games are developed now, simply if we or the programmers or whoever publisher who published the game would just polish the code until it's just the perfect and everything is bright and shiny and tested fully, and then publish the game, right? The time to take that game onto the market would be just too long. So so this is simply just the fastest that you can get on the market is the better. The code, the bugs, everything will be sorted out on the fly as we go, and that's it. Just speed.
But if you look at how long it took them to do, something like Quake 2, which also had multiplayer, and I played that to death because that had the factor that dragged you in. It made you want to play it.
Mhm.
The multiplayer was superb. So what's the difference between that and a modern game, and why does a modern game take 50 times as long to create?
We've got faster machines. It should take the same amount, if not faster, shouldn't they?
Yeah, but now it's all about the prettiness, and I don't get it. I don't get why it's now taking so long to create a title.
Well, because simply they have to push the graphics up to the level that you're almost looking at full 4K movie, not playing a game. So that's definitely one of the reasons. GPUs are really overstressed to calculate all those vectors and polygons. I'm sure that's
That's not going to drop away in the future, though, because all we'll do is end up streaming games. We won't have
somewhere some GPUs are going to keep running on 100%.
No, like gaming and stuff like that. I mean, you look at Xbox Live now, and I can go on there and I can play Microsoft Flight Simulator without even on my phone, without even having to log in to an Xbox because it's streamed straight to you.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying is, it makes sense because manufacturers lose so much money on games consoles when they first come out to ram them consoles out there to get people playing on them. If they can take them consoles away and not have to develop them consoles anymore, and they just send their kit out to places, and then they can just live stream it to you like Netflix.
In the future, we will all have like terminals, and that's
you
it.
Just have your PC like we are now.
Just be your VR glasses, mate.
You won't have high-powered PCs. You won't need them. You won't need them. You've got quantum technology and stuff that'll come down the line. It'll just blow shit out of everything that we've got anyway.
Yeah, quantum could. Yeah, that could. But I think that we are a long way until that happens.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Very true.
Yeah, imagine trying to fix that.
Yeah. The fault can stay in two places at the same time.
Trying to force them together.
Yeah, that will be fun.
I'm looking forward to it because they did say a few years ago that what you've seen in the last 40 years with the development in technology, we're going to see again in the next 5. It's going to go that fast with technology and stuff like that. So,
AI is going incredible rate now, isn't it? If you look at it. And that's what we can see. What's it like behind the doors? If you look at that NVIDIA robot was really cool. Do you see it like C-3PO type robot? But it's really cool.
I didn't see that.
It's like any technology, isn't it? It's like internet really itself. Cool. If you use internet for general stuff, it's fine. If you want to go and be seedy on it, they can. If you want to go to dark web, you can. It's all down to the own personal person that's going to use that thing. And I think it's the same with AI. If it gets used for the right thing, it'll get used for the right thing. But you just know what's going to happen because people don't use things for the right thing.
It'll be
going to use it for bad things and exploit it further.
Exactly.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, like I mentioned before, all of that is actually fine, except somewhere someone needs to run that equipment. It's same for the AI. We all love it and enjoy it, and it's so easy to use now. But somewhere, some bloody GPUs needs to
You're going to get to the stage. You're going to get to the stage of Terminator.
Yeah.
with Skynet unit and another data center and stuff like that. Like all them stories and history and movies that we've watched, it definitely there's going to be higher power. And watch Elon Musk, because if he's allowing all military to use his internet and he's taking over making electric tanks and electric military planes, then he's got control of all their military as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, but based on Tesla build quality, it just says
Exactly. The cyber truck, you get stuck on a pole.
We can do Mach 2, but when we get to 3, his wings fall off. Don't slam that door.
The Chinese will just hack them anyway, you know that.
They would, yeah. They would. Anything that you can try and do. Look at Microsoft when they brought the Xbox out. You remember the original Xbox when Microsoft brought that out? What did they say?
Yeah.
They said it's an unhackable Xbox.
Oh, but they said that about
That's
done within an hour.
That was a stupid challenge. That was
they
a stupid
said the
challenge.
same thing with the
Yeah.
I
Dreamcast.
think the reason why they did that is because they were just coming into the gaming market. They didn't know what gamers wanted from a console. So if we just chuck this one out for a couple of years, tell them it's unhackable, they're going to jump all over it.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense. As the
and then
marketing,
when the 360 came out, you had all these little arcade games instead of putting modded games on. And you could now copy your games to hard drive now, like we did with the original Xbox after we modded it. We could now watch films on it straight away without silly dongle things like we did when we modded the original Xbox to do so. So they learned a lot from that, an absolute massive amount, and that's the reason why they turned around and said to you, it's unhackable.
Yeah, makes sense. That's nice. Awesome strategy.
Psychology,
really.
Same as Titanic, wasn't it? They said it was unsinkable.
Yeah, that works well for them also.
And we know how that worked out, don't we? Poor buggers.
Be careful when you open your mouth what you're going to say. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Well. Well, guys, I have one quiz prepared, and I'm not really sure. Should we play that? Should we give it a go? I don't have any prize, so this would be just for fun.
Yeah, go for it if you
want.
want.
What do you think?
I think I should get the dunce's hat on standby.
Exactly. Especially if it's on programming.
It's about, of course, retro computers. What else?
Oh, that's okay then.
And if any of our viewers want to play, and I know it's not really a fair, I couldn't find the better solution. So the last time that Neil did this, it's like we have a little bit of advantage over our viewers who are seeing this stream in little bit.
Slight delay, isn't there?
Yeah, slightly delayed, couple of seconds. So I know it's not really fair. That's why there is no prize. So
it's all for fun.
Yeah, just for fun. So yeah, let me try to run this. Just 1 second. Let's see. Yeah. And we have. So we are going to run on a Kahoot. And 1 second, please. Where am I?
This is where I could do a second monitor.
Yeah, I don't have the second monitor on this machine. So share screen, game pin. Yeah, here we go. Do you see that?
Yep.
Yeah, 6092803.
Game pin. So I've got to go to that scan thing.
Maybe I can play on my phone actually.
Yes, you can. You can use your phone.
How do I get to it? Kahoot.
So you just go to kahoot.it. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Right, I'm in.
Yeah, we see. Where's that? And we have
He's in.
Steve.
Was in.
What's in? Okay. So, if that's all, maybe we could start.
Oh dear God.
Don't worry about it, mate.
General knowledge is not my specialist subject.
It shouldn't be very hard. At least that. Well, certain questions that I put in, I didn't know the answer, to be honest. So yeah, here we go. Here we go. Retro computing. I try to put a little bit of everything.
Oh,
So,
wait a minute. Phone's bloody locked.
oh, don't worry, we will wait. So, do you see first question?
All right. Okay.
So, where are we? Yeah, StreamYard.
I have no idea.
Oh, another international compilation was funded by who? Yeah, it's really interesting. Actually, I didn't know this one as well. I need to look. Yeah. So apparently, Irving Guy was like founder into Commodore International. So yeah, 2 correct answers. Very nice. So.
It was a fluke.
Oh.
I didn't recognize the other name. I knew there had to be a second, and I didn't recognize the other name.
You didn't recognize? Did I put what's the guy's name from the Apple manager from Coca-Cola or Pepsi? What was
No matter what, Steve, we're going to become either first, second, or third, aren't we?
This is true. Hey, I'm on the podium,
Wherever we are.
Oh, this should be like a bit difficult. So what you need to do is complete the sequence. We have Nintendo, Interton, and Philips, and then, yeah, you have to find the correct sequence. Oh, first you need to guess what the sequence is all about. And I think you can kind of guess from the image.
All right. Okay. I didn't even see the image.
I don't know. I'm guessing. There you go.
Random guess.
Yeah.
Random guess. So yeah, nice. So it's all about the first home Pong console. So these are the companies that produces like first home Pong consoles. Yeah. So here we go. Now we have, oh, nice. Let's go to the next one. So this is the nice question. So the computer in the picture is, and it's definitely Atari. Do you guys know which one it is?
No, I can't see the badge. I'm looking.
It's 600 XL, so it's a little bit shorter version of the 800 XL.
Yeah, I ate 800 and then I sort of clocked.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh, nice.
Oh, here he goes. Look at that.
It was either a 6 or an 8, and I just about hit the 8 as well.
So did you ever heard about this book? I know the image is really, really small. Sorry about that. Yeah, Assembly Language for Kids, Commodore 64. Actually was published book for kids learning assembly language. That is pretty crazy. And it's not written by Jim Butterfield. So, yeah. Yeah, William B. Sanders. Yeah, there you go.
I was looking at that. I was looking at Butterfield and I pressed on it and I was thinking, Very William thing.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
because I've got all the what they call him, that other William that you did adverts for Commodore. Oh, Shatner. William Shatner.
Yeah, I know this is really difficult question. It was just amusing for me for this. Title of the book is amazing. I mean, assembly language for kids. Come on, that's great. Okay, so no guesses here. So, this one you should know. So the name of the main protagonist of the Pitfall game is.
No idea.
Come on, you have to know this one.
No. I didn't know he had a name.
Yes, he does.
I mean, yeah, they all have names, but
I thought it were his name's going out of my head now. There was wrote Ghostbusters that wrote Pitfall.
No.
Name's going out of my head for that as well.
No. The main character has his name. That's for sure, and that's from the original Atari game. At least for Activision. Yeah, it was Pitfall Harry. That's his real name. Yeah.
No. Pitfall Harry, you mean the character?
Yeah. Pitfall Harry.
Yeah. I thought you were meaning who wrote the game.
No.
The same person that wrote Ghostbusters, David Kane.
I don't know that.
Okay,
oh my God!
Do you know this?
Click something without even know what I clicked.
There's a poke command for this.
Yes. Yes, there is actually a single poke command that modifies the Commodore 64, so you can draw on it.
It's that vital.
I mean, this just shows how much did we, how people investigate in the Commodore 64 and how much do we know about the system nowadays. I mean, that's pretty remarkable. Yeah, it's one of those poke commands. This goes into the timer register, and then just the cursor stops blinking, and then you can draw on the screen. So yeah, really interesting.
In fairness, my daughter can do that with a pen anyway.
Oh, okay. And guys, you have to know this one. I'm not really in Amiga, but yeah, that was quick, really nice. Yeah. Oh, retro for you. Nice.
Yeah, I got one.
Now,
they're not even. That's not retro. A mini. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know, but you know,
I just refuse to buy any of them.
The next one that comes will be worth buying.
I have no idea.
The full size one.
They're making a full blown A1200.
I didn't know
why do I need a full blown one when I already own one?
Because when you retire and you can't be asked fixing it anymore, you just want to plug it into your telly and play something.
Yeah, but no doubt I'll open it when it breaks and it'll be a blob chip. So
definitely, Oh, nice, Steve.
Oh,
woohoo!
Okay, TRS-80 Model 1. Which CPU is inside that machine?
No, one.
I can't remember. The worst of it is I'm sure you just looked at that. That's wrong.
Z80, yeah.
I went for 6502. I went.
If I didn't read about this, I would click on Motorola definitely. So,
I'm sure was because it's the same as the Coco and the Alice I've just done share the same CPU, and I'm sure it's a 68 something. Because it's not, and that's why I went Motorola on that.
Yeah, it's Z80.
Fair enough.
So no guesses, no correct. Oh, okay, now this one is nice. So, do you guys know the number of Macintosh visible in the beginning of the last Retro for You video?
No,
No.
I don't. Hold on. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Neil, do you know? The
I
answer?
think so. Maybe.
It's actually 3. As we can see it on the camera, right? Okay. Oh, nice. Now, do you guys know number of live streams for 8-bit Retrorifix channel? And he's among us. He's
Why is the 2 9s?
2 9s.
Is this a hint?
You know, if you click it once, then you can click it again just to be sure.
Oh, right, okay. If you click both, you get double points.
Is it double? No, but he's done like the biggest number of live streams.
Yeah, he has definitely.
All of us. Yeah. So it's actually 12, which is pretty impressive.
12.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
How many have you done?
Who?
You.
3, I think.
Not bad for 2 years, is it?
No, well, I'm still learning. Mine's next anyway, don't worry.
So his question is going to be 4.
That's
His
it.
answer is going to be 4.
So I hope that I get this question right. But so how many Famicom 7
Let me
was
just
featured
confirm
on
that.
Retro
Don.
Daisy channel?
I've actually got about 5 Famicoms up the attic.
Oh, that's nice. That was quick.
I
Nice.
couldn't believe how quick.
That
4 videos, but 3 add-ons because the first
Yes,
one was
exactly.
the Famicom itself.
Right.
so I get that right.
Yeah.
And
I think I've
this,
got 2 Famicoms, 2 basic systems, 2
oh,
disk
you do.
systems. Yeah,
That's
I have
nice.
a problem. I have a problem.
Yeah, cool, though.
So this should be. Is
Oh.
this? Yeah, I think this is the last question. Yep, it is. So can you guess this Spectrum game by the image? And maybe you can see the image. It's very, very small, but should be like significant.
Hmm.
Any clues?
Nope.
Nope.
I am struggling on this one.
Yeah, maybe I should find the original image somewhere just to verify this. But
I'm just going to have to guess.
yeah, it's Manic Miner.
It
I
is.
couldn't go for that because it looked like a cave.
If you remember first level on Manic Miner,
Yeah,
the platforms are red.
yeah,
And then you have
platforms.
the plants at the top, on top of it, the green plant. They're on top of the.
Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, Retro for You, third.
Bird, yeah.
Steve. Oh, Duncan, congratulations. Number 1.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was close, Duncan.
that was very close.
Oh, wow.
Especially seeing as at least 2 of those were guesses.
So
I knew 2. I knew that last one and the one on my channel, how many videos I had. And that were it.
yeah. Well, this was fun. Maybe I did some answers incorrectly. I'm not really sure. I was trying to verify each of these questions just to be sure that I get everything
What do
correct.
you mean you're not sure? There were 2 9s.
No, you said the questions, not necessarily that.
Questions, right.
9 9.
There's no sure about that.
Yeah.
Well,
If-
in fairness, if you think about it, 9 is no.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
No.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
And it was a
It
wrong
was-
answer.
It
So
was very good, Joseph. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was cracking.
I mean, I came third. I mean, that's brilliant for me.
Yeah,
Hey.
thank you.
Can I point out? Congratulations, we all managed the podium.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
Just so they're all experts.
Yeah. Now I was trying to investigate a little bit, and some of the things I didn't really know, and especially the dates. I cannot remember the dates, so I know that some of these questions was not really fair, because for the A500 Mini, who knows which month that was, but yeah. So
Coding questions as well. They were a bit.
Yeah.
I need to put some little bit of that. You were lucky. It was just one question about programming.
No, it was really good. I enjoyed it.
I have to say I loved it. The result speaks for itself. I know it means I'm not getting back invited for a while. Yeah,
That's it.
You're banned now.
Behind the scenes ban.
Put him on the list.
Winner bites beers when you get down at the fest. That's what it was.
Yeah, I really do enjoy these quizzes, because I do this with the kids, and the kids love it as well.
And they score a lot higher than us.
I actually use the Kahoot as a learning tool, so I create like a quiz,
Yeah.
and then we discuss every question, and of
Exactly.
course,
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's much more fun for the kids to learn that way, So, yeah. So,
as
nice.
they say, you don't know what you don't know until you don't know it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
Don't answer.
so anybody wants to talk about the future plans? Steve, Neil, Duncan, or the next videos? And Duncan, you already mentioned a little bit of things too.
Yes. I have a big announcement that will be coming up in hopefully not the too distant future. Hopefully before Retrofest down in Swindon, because I hope to take the item with me is the main thing. But certainly coming up, I have just picked up a couple of BBCs. One of which definitely needs worked on. Seeing as
smoking.
I've not plugged it in. I didn't plug it in.
That's very
let's
wise.
just say refuzz are still in situ.
Yeah, it's not worth it, is it?
No. My wife is not too far away, and I'm sure if I was to switch on a BBC power supply without ripping those out, I would be finding myself in the garden for a while.
You'd have something else ripped out, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
They have about, on average, 19 seconds or something before they decide to go.
It's a riffer. It could be 2 seconds. They're ticking time bombs. But I know one of them has a power issue because when I bought it, I knew it wasn't working. One of the connectors on the motherboard has been torn off. So it's not a big job. It's desoldered. But the phrase was, it was mostly working. So I don't know what I'm going to find. So I've got that. I picked up another one which hasn't been used for a very long time, but I picked that up A because it was cheap, and B it came with a cub monitor.
That's nice.
So I managed to get my hands on a cub monitor, and I want to do a restoration on that because not only do I want to make sure internally it's fine, but it's got a chip on the screen, which apparently is not hugely visible until you've got it switched off, and then it's obvious. But I've had an idea about how we could maybe restore chip screens.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
So, figures. Yeah, I know what you mean. I think
so. I've already got everything, so
yeah,
that's something I'm going to try. It's nothing venture, nothing gained. If it doesn't work, I've not made it anymore.
I think it would work if what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. So that's coming up. The downside is I do work on my dining room table. I've not got a huge area, and cup monitors are not particularly small. So I may have to look at jigging stuff about to gain more height. So
yeah, I started on the dining table as well. I remember those days.
Still there since launch. Still there.
Yeah.
And you got a loft you can use, Duncan.
I would need to insulate it. It is partially floored. I would need to get power. There's a whole lot I would need to do. Plus, it's still a loft ladder, so it's not ideal access for getting stuff in and out. We were looking at an extension that's fallen through, not for any other reason than I refuse to bow to the ridiculously increased and overinflated pricing they're now quoting for an extension. What would have been, 50, 55,000 pre-COVID is now double that plus.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. So I'm not. It's not going to add enough value to the house. It's not worthwhile.
Yeah.
However, after having spoken to the architect, what I can do is take the side wall out of the garage nearest the house and actually roof between the garage and the house, because it's only a 3-foot walkway, the normal that you get, and then add that on as a garage conversion.
Oh, right, okay.
So it gains me a large area downstairs. It doesn't give us everything we wanted, but apparently it gets me out of the living room and the rest of the house back.
Yeah,
So,
electricity's easy to put in there as well, isn't it?
But it does give me somewhere where I'm working between my dining room table and a storage unit.
Yeah.
And I mean, this week I've been down twice because it's like I needed a cable and then I needed this and I don't have the stuff to hand, so I have to go and get it to do anything. And you forget one thing, and that's it. You're stuffed for, I normally get 1 day a week, maybe 1 day or 2 days a week if I'm lucky, where I can actually do stuff. So adding that delay on is just a nightmare. So being able to get everything here reduces that, gives me a dedicated area, but more importantly reduces our overheads because we no longer are paying for a storage unit. So that's what I've got coming up. A lot of BBC micro stuff and looking at garage conversion.
Nice. Neil, how about you?
I'm probably going to pull an Acorn because I've got some Acorns up in the attic and they're the A3000s, so obviously they've got batteries in them, so I need to get them down, but I want to do a video on one, obviously. But I want to see what they're like.
Yeah, I pray that the battery damage isn't too bad.
I mean, me 3020 I've got behind. That was actually okay. But I had to change the 2 buffer chips for the IDE drive because it had damaged them. But other than
I know
that,
Gadget UK's done some Acorn 3000s.
he has, and some were really bad.
Really bad.
Yeah. It's a shame because they're nice machines. It's a machine, again, I never got to play with until I got one off doing that video for that guy that had his program from 80 years ago. And that's just not 80 years ago, so he's 80, and it was 90s he wrote it, So, I'm still in touch with John. Like I say, I'm hopefully doing a video on his program soon. He's a bit
Nice.
well, so.
That should be.
Yeah, you'd love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's all in BASIC.
Oh, nice.
Which is cool.
Yeah. Steve, how about you?
Not much more from what I mentioned earlier on at the beginning of the stream. Just the A2000 to get sorted out. There'll probably be some more Xbox stuff. I've got Commodore 64 stuff to do. I'm just trying to get stuff done, if you know what I mean.
I'm the same.
I've got too many things doing for people, and I'd rather have things that I need to do for myself, and then I can do them when I want to do them. You don't feel like you've got pressurized to do it. And don't get me wrong, they're not pressurizing me to do it. They've been sat me for a long time. Pressurized myself to do it, to be fair. But yeah, other than that, no, pretty much the same old. Yeah, we've got Retro Fest coming up, haven't we? There'll be Doncaster Dome coming up for Retro Games Market before long. And then we should be rocking up into October some point. So that'll be Blackpool again.
Nice.
November for me. November for me. I'll be back down in Cambridge in November.
So what are you doing down there?
It's the Cambridge. They have a. My brain just doesn't want to work now. I'm too high from winning a competition. No, they've got an event on that runs Saturday, Sunday in November. So I was down last year with a whole bunch of. There's a whole bunch of other guys go down that do other YouTube channels. Like
you went down to Neil's place, didn't you? At one point.
Yeah. So Control Alt Reese will be there, and More Fun Making It Lee, and a whole bunch of the other YouTubers go to that one as well. So if you're down that way, pop in. That's November. That will be. So yeah, I've got that coming up too.
Cool.
Nice. That's awesome. So I didn't talk about myself. So my plans are, I don't have any actually plans. I really don't know what to do next. But I did manage to make one video about grabbing memory from Commodore 64 and store it on floppy drives or SD drives. So that was fun to do. And I did make 2 games for the 10-liner basic competition this year. So I hope to get. I think it's going to be by the end of the month, the end of the competition, and we will know the results. There are some. If you go to 10-liners basic competition, there are pretty good games actually this year. I mean, there are amazing games made for the all sorts of platforms, and yeah, I mean, it's absolutely fantastic what the programmers do in just 10 lines of code. So yeah, just basic code. I mean, this is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, and for the future, I don't know. I did purchase one Commodore 64, so I haven't done any hardware video lately on my channel, so maybe I should do one just to inspect the machine and see how everything is working and stuff like that.
It'll be the PLA.
PLA. do you want to place bets? Yeah. How many PLA videos are on the YouTube related to Commodore 64?
There'll be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds.
Yeah. Just one more. I will do just one more.
Exactly, you do it.
Yeah.
It's just.
It really makes no sense.
It's Moss
really
chips.
Yeah.
Does it really make sense to create like video and look? Here's that PLA. I mean,
I've got a good link. I've got a good link for you. If it's the PLA, I've got a good link for you.
Yeah.
See that one? That's the Philips one.
Wow. Okay.
So then you old stock, they're about £10 off eBay.
I remember you doing that video on that one.
Yeah, they're absolutely cracking. You don't have the same hassles as you do with Moss technology. So if you get hold of a Philips one, I think it's. Let's see what it says. When I get my text enlarger out.
Did I miss that video? And I
Probably. It's a PLS 100N.
You will text me that.
PLS 100N. I'll send you a link. I think I've still got it saved in my eBay.
Yeah, please do. Oh,
He's legged it.
Oh my God! I'm looking at the screen. Who is missing? Oh, Steve. Wow.
He's done, yeah. He ran away.
Yeah, he's not here. What happened?
He's bought too many PLAs and not paid his
internet. Here we go. What happened?
Your web pages. Let's see if I can find it for you. Purchase.
Yeah, there's 4 for that search, but I wouldn't go for the one from China.
Yeah, that's for sure. So
I mean, this guy's
You can
from.
peel the Phillips badge off
So-
it.
so those are not the new stock, right? That's the old.
These are new old stock drop-in replacements.
Ah, okay.
11.20 plus £4 postage, and they're from the UK, so it might cost you a little bit more. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah, it will. But okay, thanks. That's really nice. So yeah, should we call it tonight? What do you think, guys? Are we done?
Yeah, you can do for me, mate. It's rocking up to the 8:45. It's been a long day for myself doing.
Yeah, it is.
Doing the Xbox and recording and editing and.
Yeah,
It's a long day, isn't it, doing videos?
Yeah.
It's
I was up at quarter past 6. I've been working.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining, and until next time, see ya.
Yep. Thank you
Bye.
all. Take
Bye.
care.